Hello, everybody. All right. I'm Nathan Kinkel with Knack Productions. Native to Arizona. Been doing video for about 20 years since high school. And just have a big passion for nonprofits. These days, nonprofits are really big. I guess my question for you guys is, who here has done a video before or slide something to promote an event? Okay, we got one. All right, how effective was it? Was it getting amazing hits and were people saying, wow, we had no idea who you guys were? And so the videos that I've produced were like that until the last 4 or 5 years. You know, the same thing as Bobby's been talking about, just how effective really are they? How effective is the auction? How effective is the nonprofit events? You know, and the biggest thing that we have seen is that when you're producing a video, is it effective, and how do you do it? And that's what I'm going to explain today, is how to do this. And there is a question that you need to ask your organization. What need is your organization meeting within the community? Not what do you need. I just saw a nonprofit on Facebook saying, we need volunteers. And I watched the video as a slideshow, and I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh, you're backwards again. And really, what is the need you're meeting? Now, one of my major clients, Singleton Moms, they support single parents with cancer. It's actually the event that I met Bobby at. He was their auctioneer. He blew the entire roof off the hotel that night with his auction. It was amazing. I mean, I've never seen that kind of money generated within an hour. I mean, what wasn't it, like 40 grand that you got for them in 1 hour? Yeah. It was amazing. I mean, this guy, people were saying that they had never been to such a nice ball before. It was the best one in 6 years they've done. So, you have to ask your organization. Well, Singleton Moms, they've got, parents have to quit their jobs when they get sick. They can't, they're too ill to work. So Singleton Moms picked up on Singleton Pockets, where they can help you with your mortgage, your rent, whatever bills that you prefer. They also had, the parents are too sick to clean. They developed Care Team Clean. So they have a team of volunteers come in, clean your house twice a month, maybe once a month, just to give you a better environment to live in. Parents are too sick to cook. Singleton Kitchen, there's some kitchens around town that you can go and volunteer at, and you make up, honestly, like 5 diamond meals for these women and their families. And the parents are emotionally strained, so they had to get care coordinators to be with them through all this. And so these were all the needs that they were meeting with the single parents with cancer. And that started from a friend that I had in high school. We were in math together. She called me up via Facebook, and I've been working with the organization for about 5 or 6 years now. And for all the kids, they developed a Singleton Kids program. They have a Santa thing at Christmas. And I mean, we're talking, they probably have close to 150 kids that are involved now after they've done that. Now, those are the needs that people, that donors need to see. They need to hear about that stuff. When they hear, you know, oh, I need volunteers and everything, it's like, well, who doesn't? Every organization. But what need are you trying to meet? And so what does that generate, though? All those 5 or 6 services generate testimonials. Okay? We have stories now. That we can contact the parents, and they actually have a Singleton Spotlight Mom every month that tells her story and how Singleton Moms has done that stuff for us. What was life? Here are some of the questions. What was your life before you found this organization? These are all questions, and we get down to the bottom there where we have statements. Now, when you're doing an interview, well, obviously, you know, a lot of people are using their iPhones. Some people have just actual video camera. I've got a little one shooting this thing right now. Now, when you're doing an interview, you want to not be looking at the camera. You want to be actually talking to somebody. And the hardest part is getting them to be on camera, because a lot of people don't like to be on camera. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes of just you sitting down with them and talking to them. Hey, what was life like before? What impact has this organization had on you? What do you like the best? These will generate answers that the donors will, they'll start clicking things on your website. What's going on here? These really ignite everything. Also, there's another interview thing that has to go on, which is more of it's more staged, where usually at the end of the interview, you say, okay, name the organization. For instance, this was Singleton Moms. Singleton Moms did this for me, and now I'm like this. You have to have them say that, because we are always thinking, we have to be thinking that no one's heard of the organization. Never be thinking that you've been around for years and everyone knows about you, because there's always going to be that one guy who's loaded with money that's never heard of you. And so once you start saying, naming the organization, tell them, say, Singleton Moms, when I had to quit my job, they helped me out with rent and emotional support. I was crying on the phone every day with the care coordinator. My family left me. All these things, they reached out, all these things. And you guys have thousands of stories about your organizations, testimonials of things just like this, okay? And make sure they say thank you, and make sure it's at the camera. They need to be looking at the camera as though it's the donor looking at them, saying, thank you, this organization. Thank you, whoever you are. Thank you, Singleton Moms. That right there at the end of that video, just, wow. It has a huge impact. And as you can see, we got lights and everything. Try to get it pretty well lit. Lighting is pretty inexpensive these days. You're not paying thousands of dollars for it. You can go to Tempe Camera down the road and get a kit for $100 with 3 lights, and it's all you need. It is stuff to get, but and here I look at the lighting in here. I'm actually in the shadow right here, but things to consider. However, even get a mic. This right here is relatively inexpensive. You can get these for about $40 nowadays. They're not very expensive at all. Back in the day, yeah, it was pricey. Okay, the next thing is a script. What is this thing? What in the world is this? Okay, now you've got your idea, you've got the people you want to talk to, you've got the need you're meeting. Now we need to get it on paper and kind of lay out the video a little bit. Right here on the top is video, time code audio. This is how you do. You kind of go from left to right. Pictures of video of the need. Always have a video start out with something catchy. You want it to pop out. You don't want something that within 5 seconds that person, their attention's gone and they're going on to another video. You want them to you want to catch their attention. Soundtrack goes on the other spot with voiceover. You have a logo here, testimony, and check this out. This is a one-page script. Is a 30-second video. You don't want it longer than 30, maybe a minute at the most. If you go longer than a minute, you're lost. They're gone. Okay. And remember, this is a concept. Many times people are grained in their script and they say, okay, this is it. It's going to be just like this. This is on paper. You have not even seen the video yet. So, this is just a floor plan, and so it's not gold. But you need to have it. Once you get it on paper, it's really helpful. Okay, and what are the images and video of the organization? Fundraising, volunteers of people, involvement, projects. Make sure you're using iPhone quality photos or better. Don't try to use old stuff, because everything's in high definition these days. If you try to zoom something up, it looks terrible. Google Images. If you have no photos, you cannot use a Google image. There's copyright and licensing on that, and YouTube will catch you. They will nail you for that, and your account could be disabled. And if you're not careful, well, you can ask permission. I've done that before. I've found out whose it was. Hey, email. Hey, I'd like to use this on this video. What's the video for? Oh, cool. Thanks for asking permission. Just ask permission for it. And use some stock images. You can Google, you can Google anything, stock images, even stock images free. And you can get some stuff. but try to keep everything safe. You do not want to get in trouble as a nonprofit and be paying millions in fines simply because I love the picture, you know. Okay, and obviously everyone's taking photos and stuff throughout the year of all their stuff going on, videos. Okay, next, graphics for the video. How many people have a logo they've got for the organization? Nice logo, great, beautiful. Now, you want this in 1 megabyte or bigger. That means it's going to be pretty high quality, all right? When you put this on video, you don't want it pixelated. You don't want it jagged edged. You want that thing to be nicely in there. And that means it's got to be a little bit bigger than that. Sometimes you don't get the resolution notes ever. You only get the size of the file. PNG, TIFF, JPEG, who knows what those mean? Anybody know? Okay, a few people. All right. Okay. Well, these guys, if you can find those and do that in Photoshop or in Illustrator, that's the best way. That way, the whiteness out on your logo comes out, and you can have that thing nicely over video, over a nice picture, things like that. In JPEG, you can do the same thing with TIFF. If you format in PNG, you're pretty safe with that. No web quality graphics. Just say no to that. Don't go to the website, download the graphic real quick. That thing is so tiny. If you try to zoom it up, your organization's gone. It's just gonna, don't try to get away with it. And so I even did that, like that, right? Like my NAC thing, that's from my website, and that's where it should go, way at the little corner, way over there. It shouldn't be blown up like that if it's from the web. Okay, soundtrack now. Okay, this is a big one. How many of you guys have an iTunes favorite for your website? You downloaded some song, you bought something, you love the song, and it's for your organization. It's like, you just love it. No one? Good. Keep it that way. Enjoy it in the car, enjoy it at home, because that's what that little iTunes thing you clicked on when you got into iTunes, that agreement says, I am not going to edit a video with this. Okay? Now, it's royalty-free music time. Stockmusic.net, .com, jewelbeat.com, digitaljuice.com. All those things have royalty-free music. Some of it's very cheesy. Some of it's phenomenal. You'll love it. I've spent hours with the Singleton Moms CEO just saying, okay, you need to find me a song on this website and let me know what you like. I'll look for some stuff. You got to do that. And those things, those stock music places, they know video. They will literally give you a 30-second version of it, a 1 minute of it. It's really nice. Copyrights. If you do really, you got to have that song. You got to have that licensed song. I had a client for Mati Foundation who helps Ethiopia out. They wanted this one song on their video, and so we contacted the record label in the UK, and they charged us $500 to use it on YouTube and to edit to. That was it. But they said, thank you for asking permission. This is all we need. So you can't. I know a few other artists I met, and I said, can I use your song? Yes, you can. So on YouTube, I went and I disputed my claim. I said, hey, I met that guy. I know him. You can contact him, and I've got permission. And guess what happens? When I did that, this guy right here, mobile, now I can watch that on my iPhone. I can watch it on the iPad. With royalty-free music, you can watch it on anything. There's no longer going to be not for mobile use, not permission granted, this is disabled, no more, okay? So that's a big deal with your music stuff. Because guess what happens? When you are looking for a song, a lot of times you want to edit the video to the song. So, it leads the video. Okay, this is the CEO of Singleton Moms in the studio doing voiceover record. Jody Farley Behrens. This voiceover stuff leads the flow of the video, okay? Now, you do not need to be in a studio. You can seriously probably do this from a microphone like this. It sounds better when it's in the studio like that. And when you put voiceover on it, for some reason, people, when they're looking at an image and they're hearing a voice behind it, it just ties them right into the whole thing. And it introduces the video, it leads the story, it ends the video. So when you get to your logo and your address, your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, you can have someone say that. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. You can say all that stuff with VoiceOver. And it really gives your video a whole professional sounding and look to it. Okay. And editing software. Well, so we have the script to screen. Now we have editing software. How many of you heard of iMovie and Final Cut Pro, Premiere, things like that? Okay. So I use Final Cut Pro on Mac, and there's always mixed reviews about every piece of software. But you basically go from the script that you kind of laid out, and don't worry about it. Just go from top to bottom and lay it on this little timeline here, right here on the right-hand side. Lay right down on there, and kind of start working on it a bit, but don't get lost in your video. This can happen where you get lost in effects and all that stuff. But PC has got Avid, Sony Vegas, all these things. They're great software pieces. I think you can even edit videos on your iPhone now and your iPad and other mobile things. Okay, so those are the software pieces. Okay, the first cut. This is when it's pretty cleaned up. These are things right here that you have to be aware of after you've actually generated your first video, okay? Before you can do anything with it. Mix audio. So you got a testimony with the soundtrack. You can't hear the testimony at all because the music's too loud. Make sure you're not editing with headphones on. It's a big, big no-no. Don't do that. You'll go into any studio in the world and they're going to say, what are those headphones doing in here? Get them out. We don't do that. Okay, you only see DJs with them because they have to hear the song and hear what's going on with them, okay? Watch the video from top to bottom and start making notes on everything that's wrong with it. Because there's always going to be something wrong with it, all right? Something's misspelled. It's not flowing very well. Fix the mistakes. Don't be in love with your video ever. Because the second you fall in love with your video, someone else is going to bash it and say, I really don't like this. It's not really effective, So don't fall in love with it. Just say, okay, this is the first cut. Okay, upload your video to YouTube or Vimeo, and then ask for opinions of it. Make it and be open to completely throwing darts, throw it in the trash, do whatever you want with it. Okay, this is all from experience. I fell in love with many videos, and many have been trashed. And then you all of a sudden find out what people are liking, and honestly, the video you don't like very well is what everyone likes. For some reason, I don't know. Okay, and must play on everything correctly. Before you decide to share it to Facebook or to Twitter, make sure it's playing on your phone. Make sure you can hear everything, because I've been like, oh my gosh, let's share it real quick. And I get a call or a notice on Facebook, hey, I can't hear none of the testimonies are coming through. Why? I'm like, I didn't test it before I did this. Oh crap. Okay. And when you're on YouTube, say you get all that fixed up, you need to find out what keywords are being used to search for your organization, things like that. You need to, do some analysis and find out, okay, who's searching for my organization, these needs, and find out what they're using, and put that in your keywords. And I mean, think of everything you can think of, because the more you put down on there, the more people are going to find it. Okay, if you put nothing and say a nice little title, no description, I mean, describe it so much you're almost putting your phone number down. I mean, as much as you can. And then after you've got that done, make it public. And when I say make it public, like, the YouTube unlisted public, those little options you've got, do that to it. Okay. And let's see here. I've got a video of Singleton Moms of their ball that I produced, because what happened was they had their fundraiser come up, and it had a theme of old Hollywood. And so I thought, why not make a movie trailer if this is going to be for Hollywood? And so the client wrote the script. You can have them do it too. Have them write the script, and then you're done. And then that way they've approved it. This is their ideas and their thoughts. I'm going to see if I can play it for you. Oh, you know, that didn't work. Oh, well. Isn't that great? Is that going to work?
Help is here.
Can you even hear it?
More than just a charity.
Singleton Mom saved my life because
Yeah, it's really out of sync.
in a dark place. Had somebody not come along and helped me out of that hole.
They're building an extraordinary community.
Just knowing that there's good people that want to help and it's out there.
Fully committed to single parents with cancer. You don't want to miss becoming a part of this epic organization. Coming this November, the Giving Hands Ball. Join us for an evening of beautiful inspiration, strength, community, and giving. Singleton Moms, meeting the needs of today, providing hope for tomorrow.
That was, I don't know if you recognize that voice. That was Corey McCluskey from Fox 10 that did that voiceover. So if you have connections, use them. And so, okay, and then I just got my information there and stuff. So, all right, any questions, or should we leave those to the end?